pop star Billie Eilish. She stars in this cringy little video with Mr. Kamala, Doug Knock 'em Out, Ermoff, and his daughter, who I'm told is a model, and there's also some other dude in the video I've never seen before.
Everyone, second gentleman here, we've got to all get out there and make sure you're registered and make sure you're voting early for my wife and Kamala Harris, for President of the United States.
You can go to iwillvote.com to check your polling place.
And make sure to vote early, like I will.
Get your vote in early and vote for
Kamala!
And here is another celebrity endorsement, this time from Lizzo.
President, hey!
Oh my God, no. Thank you for everything that you're doing. You're fighting for democracy for this country. I know it's hard, but you're so close. You're almost there.
We are, and you are a part of it, and I thank you for that.
Let's win this.
We will, sister.
Okay?
Come on.
And listen here as pop star Lizzo says that voting for the Democrats would turn America into Detroit, and that's a good thing.
I'm so proud to be from this city. You know, they say if Kamala wins, then the whole country will be like Detroit. Okay? Proud like Detroit. Resilient like Detroit.
Yes, let's have the crime through the roof, have the decay, the destruction that you see in Detroit, the fact that so many are fleeing the joint. Yeah, really, do we want to turn America into that? And one more celebrity endorsement before we get some AOC craziness. Here is Usher, who only a few weeks ago declined to do any sort of political messaging, any sort of political endorsement, but now here he is.
I'm supporting Vice President Harris because she fights for everyone's rights, for freedom. And it doesn't matter where you're from. She has a vision for our country that includes everyone. We've lived through some very unfortunate realities of our past. However, we must learn from those moments and understand that the voice that we have makes the difference that we want to see. We have to strive to not allow our past to define our future.
Did he say that? Did he really say that? Now, Donald Trump's genius move to do some work experience at McDonald's was hugely successful. Normal folk liked it and thought it was funny. Of course, he's mocking Kamala Harris for pretending she wants work there. No evidence of that has been found so far. But the left are having an almighty meltdown about Trump's MACA appearance, and AOC has decided he was mocking those who work at McDonald's. She's always so cluelessly wrong about everything and hysterical.
Donald Trump putting on a little McDonald's costume because he thinks that's what people do. They're not trying to empathize with us. They are making fun of us. They are making fun of us. Donald Trump thinks that people who work at McDonald's are a joke.
And here is the woman herself, Kamala Harris, earlier today. And yes, we've got another word salad about aspirations, dreams, hopes.
We have to tap into and rejoice, frankly, in the spirit of who we are as Americans. And we are
Everybody, welcome Q to the chat.
Yeah, late. What's up, y'all?
Well, they ain't see you on screen yet, nigga.
The whole time, past 5 minutes, watching you, the world can't see.
No.
Yeah, I gotta figure this out. I said, yeah, I gotta work here. I gotta figure this out.
No, I gotta let you in. I gotta let you on stream. You just be in like a green room.
No, that's fine.
It's like that when on StreamYard too.
I'm old format. I thought we was going back last week.
Yeah, some shit happened, but tomorrow night I'm paying that subscription, boy. Might end up having the show for that and everything. Our welcome back to StreamYard show.
Shit, I made a game. You could feel all the characters to that game.
Defined as the red.
I made the bonfire. You could feel all the content tomorrow. Nigga jungle just.
Oh yeah, you having that karaoke night. Everybody make sure y'all come down to Fusion Lounge.
Halloween vibe tomorrow. Music, games, vibe.
It's Halloween night. It's 82 degrees.
Yeah, you want them all. So tomorrow we definitely doing Bob and Apple for ladies only. Ladies wing. What we can win, get a free bottle. Bob and Apple, get a free bottle.
That's not a bad joint right there. Just got finished sharing the show. Yeah, I've been going through it. So, black men can't identify with Trump. Obama tries to finesse us into supporting Kamala. Matter of fact, let me just go to the Pivot podcast. I don't want to. What the hell is playing?
The Pivot. Wow.
They actually doing sports podcasts, and they scared to sit with Joe Rogan. It's crazy. That's really nuts. But it's okay if you think it's okay.
My stepmom, when we did Gayle King.
And a lot of say to them, but you know what? You've got the power to make choices and to move in some fools and people that you would not put in charge of anything, but they're there. They're so sophisticated. Not really. They've been exposed. They've been given the confidence of feeling like they belong. But if you sit down and talk to them, turns out they just folk.
Yep, normal people.
Normal people.
What you always say about if you can speak English?
We can talk to anybody that speaks English. Like, I don't care where you at, what money you have, what you own, what this, what that. If you speak English, I can sit down and talk with you.
That's my point. And the benefit for Michelle and me, because we came up, and at each stage, you go to Harvard, and wow, it's Harvard. And then you find out, Harvard's full of some fools and people that you would not put in charge of anything, but they're there. And there's some really amazing, brilliant people too. And then you go to, the U.S. Senate, and you look around and, everybody's represented. Smart people and dumb people. Good people and bad people. And then now suddenly you're meeting at the group of, 7 world leaders are all in a room, or the United Nations. And same thing. It turns out that there's some really smart, amazing world leaders, and there's some fools, running countries. And so part of what I try to do with, I think, the young men that I talk to is just to try to be honest with them about the struggles I went through, the fact that when I was a teenager, I was messing up. I remember meeting with a group of high school boys one time, and they were shocked when I started telling them, yeah, man, I was getting high and screwing around, not doing what I was supposed to do. And they're sitting there because there's a picture of me in their classroom when they were in elementary school, and so for them to hear the fact that no, I went through the same things you did. That's the message that I want, and then to say to them, but you know what? You've got the power to make choices and to move in a direction where there's no reason why you can't achieve, you can't empower yourself, you can't pursue the dreams you want. And politics is part of that, and voting is part of that, and that's your birthright as a citizen. Don't give it away.
Right. I brought my book, well, actually your book, The Audacity of Hope, Reclaim the American Dream. I left it in the hotel, so I was going to ask for all
you're going to send it to me, and I'm going to sign it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But you spoke to all people in the book. You spoke about optimism, call to action, and really just believing in the people.
Right.
To us, how can you describe to us the urgency in this election as Black people?
So, I'll be honest. I do not think that Democrats have a monopoly on wisdom, and I don't want Democrats to ever take Black folks for granted. And I respect every person. Evaluate both sides in any election, any debate. You should get to know what does this candidate stand for, what does that candidate stand for. The truth is, historically, initially the Republican Party was the party of Abraham Lincoln and freeing the slaves. And for a long time, Democrats, their base was in the South, and the Dixiecrats, they were pro-Jim Crow. And then it flipped during the Civil Rights Movement after Lyndon Johnson signed that law for voting rights and civil rights. That changed, and a lot of the South moved into the Republican Party. So my point is that no one party you should take for granted. I will say this, right now, that the candidate that I'm campaigning for, Kamala Harris, I think stands for the kinds of inclusive opportunity, treating everybody with respect, believing that we have some obligations to each other, believing that if there's poor children, whether they're in inner city or in a rural community, that they deserve the same kinds of opportunities and good education and a chance to get a good job as anybody else. I think Kamala Harris believes in the idea that we don't want to have people out there who don't have health care, so that if they get sick suddenly they're losing their house or they can't look after their children. I think she believes that the criminal justice system should treat everybody the same, and that we should try to eliminate bias from our criminal justice system. And so she's proved that whether it's supporting Obamacare and expanding it, making sure that we're providing entrepreneurial opportunities for small businesses, and part of her platform is to build new housing so that we can make housing more affordable. She's proved time and time again that that's her orientation is, this is how we can help communities. Donald Trump, he's got the opposite orientation. And, this is somebody who has a history of looking down and disparaging people who are not like him. And this is well documented, right? I mean, his father built a business not renting to Black people and was very explicit about it and was sued for it. And, when Donald Trump wasn't even in politics, you have the case of the Central Park Five, where 5 young Black kids, teenagers, are accused of beating a woman in Central Park. And he's taking out full-page ads saying they should be put to death. Turns out they were innocent. When I was president, he essentially got his political lift by suggesting I wasn't born in this country. Didn't matter what birth certificates we had. So you start from the premise that I'm not going to vote for somebody who does not see me as an equal. How's he going to represent me if he does not think that I am worthy of the same kind of representation as his kids are. And then from there, you look at specific issues and you say to yourself, well, this is not a guy who has ever shown that he is particularly interested in communities outside of rich folks and members of his golf country club. And, and so I say that not just...
That's a lot. That's a lot. We seen it was a lot. We seen it as a lot already. Nigga could help countless black people, and come on, man. I'm just saying that's a lot. Don't lie on the man to make your point.
Just to black men, I'd say that to working people. Here's a guy who built his business where he wouldn't pay workers who built his building, and he'd stiff them, knowing that if they tried to sue for their wages, that he'd just throw a bunch of lawyers at them. They couldn't do nothing about it. That's his orientation. That's his starting point. And so now, what I'll hear from some brothers is, I got a check during the pandemic. And then I've got to explain to them, well, actually, you got a check from Biden, too, during the pandemic. It's just he didn't put his name on it. Yeah. He wasn't self-promoting. During the financial crisis in 2008, 2009, I gave you guys relief, and I just didn't put my name on it. So sometimes it's necessary to clear up information. People will say, well, prices went up. I remember those first 2 years when Trump was president, it seemed like prices were lower, and so I had more money in my pocket. And I've got to say, yeah, the economy was good because that was my economy that I just handed off to him. So the first 2 years, he was benefiting from all the work we had done for 8 years, cleaning things up. So don't be fooled by that. So it's a combination of specific issues, but maybe more important is what are the values and the character of the people who are running. And if Kamala Harris knows you, knows your life, went to an HBCU, has, just like we were talking about earlier, family who is middle class, working class, who struggled, who knows how sometimes opportunities are blocked.
Candace Owens did a whole proof of that was a lie. How she come from slave masters on both sides of her family. They always was well off. Think about it. Even in her book, I was thinking about this shit earlier. You feel me? She said she was middle class. Both of her parents were students. Who able to just be students?
Or how many quote-unquote Jamaicans moved to America?
That wasn't, those policies wasn't in the 60s, so we can't say that was that.
What I'm trying to say is, how many people move from Jamaica still live a class life? When you move from Jamaica, how many people move from Jamaica and still live a middle class?
Alright, but they work 4 or 5 jobs too, 2, 3 jobs. They don't just sit here and be a student. This nigga was a student, bro. Her mother was a student. Don't mention no other job. She could have said my mother washed floors, my mother worked at a restaurant, my mother did this. She ain't say that, none of that yet. Or even in her book, that's what I was saying. Even in her book, they just was students, and then they was traveling around mad stuff with a baby around everywhere. The baby, they took her to New York, they took her to LA, they took her to Florida, all as the baby. No mention of a job. They just in school. And the only black people mentioned in her book is her mother friends that she called auntie and uncle. Cause her father wasn't even around like that.
Ain't that funny? She might be black after all.
That's crazy. Her father wasn't around like that because they went to 2 different schools after they met in Berkeley.
Through no fault of the people involved, just because they haven't had a chance and wants to do the work to help those folks. And you got another person who looks down on you and disregards you. Well, you know, that to me, that should not be a tough choice. And I'm sure you guys hear this from friends.
I love the way this nigga talk. I ain't even gonna lie though, boss. Like, it's so smooth and deceptive. You gotta have a good ear to listen to like, he is very persuasive. Like, I'll vote for another Barack Obama just because of how persuasive he is. Like, you know, I know he could get in the rooms but did you see anything from a Kamala that like this? Anything like this? I seen it somewhat with Trump when he talked to Andrew Schultz, when he talked to Rogan, when he talked to when he was when he hit the Black Journalist Caucus and they wasn't even on his side. He had flipped that whole thing. Like, nah, y'all bugging how y'all talking to me. I'm an ex-president, like, and he ain't do it nasty. He did a smooth criminal. Like, I love the way Obama talk. If Kamala could talk like Obama, I'll probably be voting for her. Cause she probably would have been able to persuade me by then. Like, nah, these niggas lying. But he don't got a Michelle. Like, it ain't 2 black people thinking like she still has yet to say she's black. And you wanna know why she ain't say she black yet? Because women don't like getting themselves caught in lies. So they'll move around and meander around the subject, try to find the out before they say something that you could like nail them down on. Yeah. So y'all end up arguing about the way it made her feel that you said that and all that shit, rather than arguing about the fact, are you black? Real talk. And every time that shit come up, she do that same shit. She just never say, obviously I'm black. I'm black because my father black. She don't even nail it to the coffin. Like, my father black. My grandmother was black. They was born in Jamaica. Like, she don't even, like, Nick. Barack Obama showed so many birth certificates. Like, how dare you, nigga? And that was just whether he was born in America or not. Let them say he wasn't black. Barry would have went crazy. Michelle would have had him go crazy. Would have put hella batteries in that bag.
Ain't that why this going on? I'm investing my money in Bitcoin. That's all I gotta say. Why this election going on? My money in Bitcoin.
Bitcoin has been going up.
I made $100 in Bitcoin within the past week.
I don't know. Nothing. Yeah, like I was saying, Barry, he got the silver tongue, bro.
Oh, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yours.
He like the uncle everybody wanted to be that got out the hood. Like, you feel me? That's why we respect him so much as black nieces and nephews. But sometimes that uncle be wild, and when he come to the cookout, like, nah, I ain't with that. And that's what that pow, cause he want us to treat Kamala like we treat him, and she not him.
I'm happy I'm
here.
I'm happy I'm here.
You happy?
All that, I'm happy I'm here. All that talking you just spoke about, do not work with, not split the can open. You cannot. So all that is Andy pulling out Donald Trump's shortcomings. If I'm correct, he has got his home that can implement Brock, but he's not giving it up. But he's the bad person. Come on, man. Make it make sense.
That's what I'm saying, man.
All the documentation that will make you look bad. Look, I do believe that in many ways he's a fascist. He used the first 2 years of what I did, and it made me. But at the same time, it's politics, and him being president is a brand. Two things can be true at the same time. He's helping America, also helping himself at the same time.
Actual factions.
And lastly, just because what can I say? Just because people been ignorant so long, I mean, people keep getting over it. That might be getting over girls, but I like 20, 30 years old. Tell you that for sure.
I don't know, man.
I said before, whenever I start our own, like he even said, brought it up. The Republican Party is the party that the minority freedom fighters belong to, not minority slave belong to. The freedom fighters. You got the free man, Republicans, and then you got the slave. I don't know. At some point in time, like us, our keepers uncles. 2 years ago, I ain't putting him on the candidates.
2 years ago, promises was all I heard.
Facts. After a while, you start realizing that damn clock is right. Something ain't right. Oh, what? No, she makes sense. Makes sense. Man, how come she makes so much goddamn sense when I start paying attention? And then, lastly, y'all don't like when other races hate you or hate something they can't understand what you guys do. Because you can't understand finances, politics. You hate what comes out of a particular party, but understanding. I don't know how people walk around like this.
Hey everyone, I'm Megyn Kelly. Welcome to the Megyn Kelly Show.
Yeah, I played J. Cole, everybody was saying how should update the presidential election. We're going to J. Cole as a find the verse, word for word. I'm still trying to figure out why we put this Congress keeps all this from the 1900s, how things should be changing. Yeah, all these Congress seats because, you know, all these families that kept Congress seats, held Congress seats and families for so long. But with all this going on, all education, technology, we should be killing them. We should be changing the old settlers, their rules. How we govern, freaking change it. But it's staying the same. How we govern ourselves change.
Facts. Candace always breaks down why Hollywood is obsessed with men in dress.
Hollywood is the vehicle. It is the vehicle in which they can modify our behavior. Dave Chappelle recalled being peer pressured by handlers to do something very odd, to wear a dress. Take a listen to this.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress. The writer comes in, you got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on, and what? A prostitute? No, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Cat Williams similarly told us that this peer pressure for people in Hollywood to start wearing dresses.
All these guys are wearing dresses. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully.
Hollywood is the vehicle. It is the vehicle in which they can modify our behavior. Dave Chappelle recalled being peer pressured by handlers to do something very odd, to wear a dress. Take a listen to this.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to...
Niggas in dresses, niggas with baby oil.
What you gonna do for this money?
Are you gonna be able to keep secrets? The only way you're able to keep secrets is if you're part of the secret.
That's all.
The owner, the CEO of Red Lobsters tells us what went wrong with Endless Shrimp and why they're closing down.
I thought
There's a lot of regulars.
Huh?
I thought the lights was shut down. I thought they were putting the end Endless Shrimp.
Nah, they're about to close down. Red Lobster about to be over.
I thought
This is, without exaggeration, one of the most important companies in American history.
Embattled restaurant chain Red Lobster has a new CEO and a steep climb ahead.
There were certainly big mistakes made over the last few years.
In the wake of bankruptcy this year, the chain is leaning on Damola Adamaleku.
There's a lot of regulars.
Formerly the CEO of P.F. Chang's and just 35 years old.
You know, when I took over P.F. Chang's, I was 30. So now I feel old.
Yeah,
35. I feel experienced. Hey, how you doing? You bring the food out earlier. It was perfect. I appreciate it.
So, how does this new CEO plan to save Red Lobster?
We'll get the ultimate feast.
We sat down for a chat over some, well, lobster.
I've never had lobster on pizza.
Well, you're about to try it.
After ordering, we proceeded straight to the elephant, or shrimp, in the room.
When you saw Endless Shrimp, what did you think?
So that's a very expensive product to give away endlessly. When you have Endless Shrimp and people are coming in and sitting down at the table and eating for hours, as much shrimp as they possibly can, you stress out the kitchen, you stress out the servers, you stress out the host, people can't get a table, it creates a lot of chaos, and you saw a lot of that.
Are you glad that Endless Shrimp is done? Was that pretty crazy?
Actually, yeah.
Food quality is very good at Red Lobster. It has been since its inception. Now, the menu has gotten too big, so we're going to reduce the menu, but in a very intelligent way.
Do you think you guys might need to close more restaurants?
We intend to be done closing restaurants, intend to grow from here.
Grow from here.
In terms of the business, right? There's going to be investments in the product that will take time. Infrastructure investment takes time. Technology investment takes time. There's 545 restaurants, so fixing every broken HVAC and every torn carpet and every chair that needs replacing will take time, but the impact should be felt right away.
I kind of want that little of that lobster tail.
Oh, you don't have any? Oh yeah, we have to.
Well, we can split. I don't mind sharing.
Please take the whole thing. I've had it plenty of times. I think I matured relatively quickly. I've been in positions of authority for a long time. My 35 might be different than somebody else's 35, but these are just numbers. It's about your experience, who you are as a person, the quality of your character, your integrity, your intelligence, your communication ability. There's a lot of things that are different person by person, and age is just one of them. They make work feel like not work, like family. You are family.
My lighter, I was looking for that bad boy.
Work and life balance. That work kind of is life. That's a pretty different philosophy than a lot of people have right now.
Well, if you listen to what I said this works for me, and I don't expect anybody else to live life the way I do. Work to me is purpose. When you wake up every morning and you're excited to do something, it stops being work. Do I expect everybody who works for me to be like that? No. Maybe because I was a server when I was young, but I understand what it's like to work in the restaurant business. So nothing keeps me up at night. I'm energetic about the work. And the more quickly we can get it done and the better we are at achieving our goals, the better life will be for 30,000 people that work for us. That's the most important thing to me.
Yeah. That's good. That nigga going on 4 a.m. runs.
Yeah. That's how we do my.
That nigga is dedicated. 35 and CEO of 2 companies, run back 2 chains.
Who the hell go to PF?
Huh?
Who the fuck go to PF? The chains.
PF chains.
Who go to PF chains?
That shit is. PF chain used to be lit, but
who goes to PF chains? Exactly.
It's like a step above fast food now. PF chains used to be like.
I'd rather go to Saku than that. I'd rather go there.
Yeah, I'd probably go to Chipotle than PF chain. Now, cause niggas eat there still.
No, it's funny. I'm probably
who go to Panda Express?
I'm probably at Chipotle once in my life. I'm the Moe's person.
Who go to Panda Express? But they still open.
Panda Express is good.
Nah. Panda Express is right.
Is that Panda Express really by Burger Mall? Is that Panda Express by Burger Mall?
Burger Mall, Panda Express. No, it's a different restaurant, man.
That's Saku Japan.
Huh?
Or it's Saku Japan.
It's not that either over there no more. It's a Kava. It's a Sticky Fingers. And they're about to open up something new. It's a Bobby's Burgers over there.
What's it called? What's the
You ever had Bobby's Burgers?
No. I'm trying to think of the height. I never been a roof up there either.
Yeah, it's a roof place up there.
To me, who could have been right there? The purpose of going to a roof.
Bobby's, but Roof Chris ain't nothing. It's just an expensive chain restaurant.
That's what my point is. What I said. It's the purpose.
Bobby's Burgers is Bobby Flay Burger Restaurant, though. It's a decent
Right.
burger.
Fire no took over for Chris up there. Is it? Yeah, fire open fire. Oh no, about last night. I know you got top about to go to. Just go to the next stop. Mike is. But before we go to the next, I'll put it up.
Mike what?
Mike is a simp.
Mike who?
Mike Plus.
Oh yeah, Mike is a super simp.
I don't know if you caught it. He told Sheila.
Yeah, I saw that little fake ass poem. His grandpa should have said no, he ain't going nothing. Go back and cook and let him get his ones and twos, get this sense beat into him.
Mike should have known once he said, "Oh, I'm ready to leave." Yeah, you said, "Yeah, I'm leaving tonight." What? I invite you to come help me and my grandma. Tell me we're leaving tonight. No.
Well, first of all, she shouldn't have been there.
Well, we agree on that.
And he knew Dominique was coming because Dominique said, "I'm coming." Like she told him she was coming. Dominique told him she like this because she said you should come, like because he was saying he don't know if he coming.
I remember that.
She was like, "No, you should come. So you gonna sit here and be with her family, but not be with your own family? That don't make sense." Grandpa called me, so I'm definitely coming.
I just want to know, are these writing?
Well, Mike write his own storyline, Chase write his own storyline, and Wayne write his storyline, and then they just meet together in certain points.
So I just want to know, are they going to add some Tyler Perry right all in Atlanta? The married. I want to bring up the diary of the Black woman scenes because Amber go.
Yeah, Amber about to go nuts.
Boy, man.
And her cousin saying interesting was a clue that she gonna be the one, the lead. Because why would you say a baby looks interesting anyway?
Why? Can't be the only one will be like, well, I don't know none of y'all people. But let me actually look at this baby and see how he look like.
He look like Anthony. Oh, Anthony, look at your sun brown hair. Doesn't Shayla baby have some sun brown hair?
Let's see what happened. See how overasked. Amber's invested. Not Amber's invested.
Yeah, Amber invest super.
I want to see, can you pay something or do you say something first? These will try to get out of it.
But Amber too ditzy for me anyway, because she tell everybody her business after people keep telling her, like, stop telling everybody your business. You could have been known what was going on.
That's the storyline for most married women. Most married women, you know, they got a good thing. They did a good thing with all their friends, not realizing that their friends want to part of their good. Women, don't let your workers get too close to your husband. Yep, simple as that.
Oh, so besides all the bullshit that we've been talking about with this election and shit, I just want to give a little civics lesson.
Civics?
Yeah. All right. Every socialist country started in two ways. A dictator came in and made rule through a militia, or or military. Or, that's one way. Or it started as a socialist community and then enough people gained hierarchy and turned it into communism. Any questions?
Do you think this was? You think this country is turning to a communist?
I hear a lot of we niggas talking about this fascist and dictator shit, so it made me start really looking at what motherfuckers doing, and there's been a lot of fascism and dictatorships going on around here, but one of these niggas hasn't been in power. That's all I'm saying. This nigga they literally talking about Trump. Ooh, Trump is gonna use the police to go after his political opponents. What the fuck did Joe Biden? It's proof that Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade and the other nigga in New York met at the White House before they pulled indictments on Trump. It's proof. This nigga can't even run the country talking about I'm gonna be paying attention to that sentencing. Meanwhile, it's proof that you colluded. It's proof that your son had 3 laptops, not 1, not 2, but 3 laptops filled with him having sex and doing drugs and having conversations about how he's going to pick up money for you and Obama. And conversations about you and Obama planning to sell some shit to China. Military secrets. Meanwhile, this man is taking care of you and supposedly hiding the information for you, but you send the police after him and he still ain't playing that dirty. That's treason. You committed treason.
Yo. That is real.
You, sir, are being a fascist. You stop, as in Joe Biden and the Democrats. They literally stopped, said this man is not fit to run a campaign, but he's fit enough to run the country. So now we have a figurehead in office as the president of the United States. A figurehead. We know he's not fit to run a presidential election, let alone the actual country. He's wandering off stage. He's sitting here talking about ice cream in the middle of actual speeches to other countries. He's getting Putin and the president of Ukraine confused with each other. And then you usurped him and said he wasn't fit, and then you just placed the person in office. Niggas didn't get the vote or nothing. This happened. It happened 90 days before the election. Y'all could have had a quick ballot. We could have had a quick ballot. People ran against Joe Biden. People literally ran against Joe Biden. Them same people could have came back.
I just think it's weird that they set Bernie Sanders down and Bernie Sanders wasn't added to their cabinet. Bernie Sanders.
They set Bernie Sanders down twice. They set Bernie Sanders down when he beat Hillary, and they set Bernie Sanders down when he beat Joe, and that's messed up. And they said because they said and their reason for setting him down for Joe was, oh, he's too old. Joe Biden is older than Bernie Sanders, and we're seeing it now. when the real reason that they didn't like it, Bernie Sanders was too. He was an America First socialist, so he super believed in right over socialism. He believed that niggas that we was supposed to help the community more, stop this bloated government like budgets, and actually give more to the people. He believed in socialism to its purest form. But what I say, once socialism comes, it gets to a certain point. Too many people are in power, and they just want to cut off and be able to divvy out under the guise of socialism. So it becomes a communist. That's why we're a republic. We're not a democracy. So we never will become communists. This has been a civics lesson from Rolling With Sativa.
That's a nice segment.
Feel me? So, cause I was sitting back thinking like a lot of this stuff I just be going off, and I be thinking people be knowing like the basics of what I'm saying, why it's so wrong. So I don't never go like deep into it. But now y'all calling the nigga a fascist. Do you know what fascism is?
You should bring him a diagram to break down the executive branches. See, since you want to go there, that's not common. And it starts to teach people who impacts their day to day. The president don't impact their day to day.
Fascism is a far-right form of government in which most of the country's power is held by one ruler or a small group under a single party. Fascist governments usually totalitarianism and authoritarianism, one-party states. So nobody has an option. It is what it is. You gotta think like me. Oh my God, I can't believe you would say that. How dare you have that thought? Don't that sound like one side, not the other?
Yeah.
People gotta start thinking of, alright, during these times, it's politics is actually a speech, like how you talk to people, and it's used to garner people's candor, like what you. They want you on their side. They want you for them, so they'll do any and everything, like to turn that Puerto Rico is garbage to Puerto Ricans are garbage is nothing but political talk. You're playing with words, because he didn't say Puerto Ricans was garbage. He said Puerto Rico is an island full of garbage, and it is, outside of the gated community that we have fun in. Niggas are literally living in tin huts. These country has favelas.
So is it garbage or just less resources? Because
the quote was, "It's an island full of garbage."
I know.
So that's all I'm gonna say. That he.
You talking to the person, me talking to my co-host here, or the host here. Are you using the same words they do?
Huh?
I'm just thinking I was that there's a lack of resources. I want to call it garbage.
All right.
They have a lack. we are fortunate to be in a country that is funded
But
and at contracts to the point where we are blessed. We are born in this country where we really countries, and we use the word garbage, trash, when literally they're just not as fortunate as we are.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not even the fact of
because our food
of their being fortunate or not.
So what trash would you prefer? Our food, our
Like,
trash?
some parts of that island is literally inhabitable because that's their dump. Like, and then they sell out parts of their land for the dump. That's why he says it's an island full of garbage, because they're a garbage bird island. Half the island is literally full of garbage. Then it's a quarter of the island for people. Then it's a quarter of the island for tourists.
I'm confused with the point that you're trying to help them make.
I'm not trying to help anybody make anything. He made a joke. The joke didn't even land. People booed the joke. Right?
As they should.
In a Trump rally, the Trump supporters booed the actual joke. So everybody was against the joke except the nigga on stage. Right? They took that and played politics, and somehow they started saying Trump said it, and his supporters said it.
They started pushing propaganda.
Propaganda, that's playing politics.
Controlling the narrative doesn't necessarily.
It's not controlling the narrative. It's outright lying at some points.
Propaganda is like what's that? Synonyms to narrative. How else would it be? So you just you think ahead, yeah, that is not narrative. That is controlling the narrative.
No, I'm saying it's not controlling the narrative. It's outright lying. It's controlling the narrative. Is putting a spin on something. That's putting a spin. But when you go from a comedian said it at a Trump rally to Donald Trump said it on stage, that's outright lying. That's not putting a narrative on it. So much so that Joe came on and said, with his bloated face and his Alzheimer's voice, and said that Trump supporters are garbage. He made the same mistake Hillary made in the first election by calling them she called them a word with a D. Whatever. She discouraged half the country. She called them. She basically disrespected half the country. And Biden just called them garbage. The only garbage I see are Trump supporters. And that's word for word. And then he gonna come out and try to clean it up with a tweet that I know he ain't right. They're playing you for stupid. Playing you for stupid, my boys. Don't fall for it. Now, don't vote for Trump. Don't vote for Kamala. But figure out everybody in your local elections and your state elections that you very much need to be paying attention to. Because they're paying politics on the biggest board at this point. And some people are falling for things, some people are not. I'm like, I fought for a lot of shit throughout these years. I was a Democrat all the way up until maybe last election, and then I became an independent. Now,
I'm more liberal.
I am a real American. Yo, today I saw somebody. He had the whole Trump truck. He was pulling up in front of the voting place. He had the American bandana. He had the handlebar mustache. he had the black tank up on. I wanted to just blast Hulk Hogan for him real quick. I just wanted to do it. I am a real American.
Yeah.
But I've been seeing that, and I've been seeing like a lot of black women in Howard hoodies.
Well, it has been a homecoming weekend the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I've been seeing a lot because I clock in by a polling station, so for my job, so
Howard has some good women. Morgan State has some good women. A&T has some good women. Alabama State has some good women. Tuskegee has some good women.
Once again, while we doing civics,
I said Morgan State has some good women.
I just want to continue to tell y'all it's a difference between race. It's a difference between race and ethnicity also. Saying somebody's Jamaican doesn't make them black, because there's Japanese Jamaicans, Chinese, it's Asian Jamaicans, white Jamaicans, Latin Jamaicans. That is a place of origin. That's where your family was born. Actually, to be truthful, people that was born in America that's calling themselves Jamaican is kind of crazy. People who was born in America calling themselves Russian is kind of crazy. You're American.
Girls being born girls, of boys. Oh God, you're crazy. You're a girl.
Nah, but niggas would be niggas. What? No, I agree with that, but I'm just saying niggas would be first generation American and still saying they Russian, or they're still saying they Jamaican. No, you American. If that's what you going off of, you black or you white, but you American.
People be third generation girl, and it's because you matched them, they would make it a boy. It's because you matched them, don't make you a boy. It just means that you get the wrong thing. You're a girl. I'm just trying to pick.
All right,
people identify. Apparently, people identify what they want to identify nowadays. You got no signal at all. You just wasting your breath. People make no. Because you're American like I am, but I understand it, and you understand it too. People up Jamaica or in Jamaica, when they go home, home as in inside their household, mother and father talking.
They call them Yankees.
No, I'm talking about this mother and father talking at home, not talking about on the island at home. Their culture follows up their nationality, and when they go home, all they know is their culture. They're not Americanized. So, Americanized, they be proud to be called themselves American. You have to understand that some people are within their culture, no matter if they live in America or not. So they don't identify or claim American culture. I know some Jamaicans that were born here. First generation born here. Mother and dad from Jamaica. Dad still might be in Jamaica. But they get mad when young they get mad when they hear that shit. So even though it's their truth, I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I used to say it was only 2 races, but it's 3 races.
That's like saying a young African American man at, from the hood, but he's smart and can stick to total work and come back to Patterson. They call him white.
Black, white, and
You don't want
Oriental.
to hear that shit because he's different. You don't want to hear that for him. Yo, you white because you don't be here in the hood. You don't want to hear that shit. You identify with what you feel comfortable with. That's so. You gotta understand. I'm saying. You even make that statement. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I got a whole bunch of white friends that culturally identify with me, but they ain't black, nigga.
All right. So the world is getting away from titles and logic. They're going towards what you feel and etc.
Until somebody gets scared and shoot somebody, fuck out of here.
It's never going. It's until another world war comes and dictator control. Like I don't know. It's some extreme will have to happen for people to understand that boundary categories help people understand life. Right? It's easier. It's better for people in categories to say, well, no one wants to be put into the category. You understand? Be abnormal, be you. But it's better to categorize people. It's only better to categorize people because roles help people excel in the world. When people stop blurring lines, start doing their thing, leopards can't be birds. Birds can't be leopards. A zebra can't be a hyena. A hyena can't be a fucking kangaroo. Like,
Oh, bro. So, yeah. That. What else I wanted to talk about was before we go. We might be here for another half an hour. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to look up because everybody, because they kept saying during the debate, during on MSNBC and what's the name, like, oh, we need to help our allies. We need to help our allies. That's why we're giving so much to the Ukrainian government. La da da la da. So I decided to look up who gave what in, like, as far as the Ukrainian allies, who's covering what since we giving them so much money. And guess what else I found out? We're the only nation that actually putting boots on soil with these niggas. So not only are we giving them billions of dollars, we actually giving them lives too, bro. Not to mention that the European nation is not giving half of what we giving. And we giving lives. They not even fighting with these fools. And they closer.
so when you do all that, now you got the question: what are we getting in return for us to do all this work? Get back land.
They stopping Russia from being a higher GOP and getting more money because Ukraine is big enough to be its own country. And if they suck that up and get that tax money, Russia got more money to move. But
Life
fuck.
is monopoly.
Nigga, fuck that. They always over there. I don't care about that. They gotta start fighting their own stuff, bro. Real talk. They gotta start fighting their own stuff over there in Europe. I'm tired of us being the bullies paying for all this stuff, and then we over here starving, people homeless. They don't even want to help us, but they want to send niggas, our healthy people over there to fight. And then send our tax dollars over there to aid that. But then you look at Skid Row. It's skid rows, intensities popping up everywhere in America. We can't even take care of our veterans that y'all send over there, and they come back with PTSD. Y'all not even taking care of them, but y'all sending more and more of us over there to do that.
That is true. It is very weird that our veterans benefits varies from state to state. That is fucking weird.
It's a national thing. It should be a national equality. Why veterans got get this over here in South Carolina, but I get this in New York, and then I get this in California? No.
Yeah, that is very weird.
And then they say from the time you actually retire out the Army, it takes 3 years to decide whether you're going to get a quarter pension, half pension, or full pension from the VA. You gotta go through. We gotta
talk. That's nice. I want to talk to a veteran that asked that question. Yeah, talk to this.
I'm telling you from the research I did right now, we can talk about veterans, but it takes 2 to 3 years because you go through commissions and you gotta apply. Then they gotta review it. Then the court date come later after that. Whole time you gotta figure all that out fresh out the Army.
I say it's none of my business, but I always assumed after 10 years, everything was after all their benefits, everything was like 100% after they make the
It don't be like that, bro. After 10 years and then you just quit, like let's just say you do a whole enlistment, you just walk off, right? You able to walk off. You done seen some shit, you done shot some people, you done killed some people. You gotta wait for your benefits. Like you gotta apply for your benefits and be accepted for your benefits. They don't start that out they should start that 2 years until you about to get out so you could walk out with your benefits.
Yeah, I got some. Yeah, we got one a veteran talk to. That's some time in. I even did and find somebody about that.
That's why most like top ranked soldiers, when they leave what they doing, let's say you make like Red Beret, Marine or whatever, you go into being like militia, like private security or some shit that still you able to use a gun and be tactical. It's just a little calm. Cause that's how you gonna make your real money outside of that. You gonna come here and try to have to adjust to the world, all that other. Playing Call of Duty to calm you down.
I can only imagine.
Next time you playing duty, hop on mic and ask like, yo, who a veteran in this room? Let's see.
Good question. I be killing me.
Yeah, it's a lot more better. Like we want to call ourselves a first world country, but we're the only first world country without like decent health care that we don't have to pay for. Food deserts. They actually paying people not to make us healthy food. Make America healthy again. Shout out to RFK.
That's so mad. Make food great again.
Make America healthy again. Robert F. Kennedy and them Kennedy boys. Yo, you know what I heard today?
Robert.
John F. Kennedy was a meth addict. And it's an audio tape of of him and his brother running a train on Maryland.
That's terrible.
And he took so much meth that they had to. No, he took so much dope that they had to start giving him shots of meth so he could move around. Nah, cause it gets to a point that you do too much opioids that like they can't wean you off because the withdrawal will kill you. So they put you on methadone, and people on methadone still on methadone for the rest of their life. That's another like waste of money because you could kick meth too, but they tell you can't, so you could be a part of that all your life. I used to take them, like when I did medical transport, I used to take people to the meth queen.
Okay.
But yeah, they tell you you'll be on it all your life. But them niggas, after a while, them niggas started saying, fuck that, I missed the dope. So they used to pocket they meth, sell they meth, and then buy dope with they meth, with they pocket meth.
That's funny as hell.
That's crazy.
They gonna get their money.
Yeah, because the methadone we used to make crystal meth, like super crazy crystal meth. You don't need the Sudafed.
I'm curious, but I'm learning.
No, I'm just telling you, like the underground of, like, that's government waste right there. When they could be sending that to something like. So you telling me if this guy gets on Medicaid and then we treat him for we pay for his methadone, he gets it for life after it's okay. And the niggas start selling it for heroin. And that's not one person. That's a lot of people, Quincy. Like, real talk, like, that's a lot of them people. Like, and I might just be anecdotal. I'm okay with saying I'm anecdotal. But that's crazy.
Second time in 2 weeks, talking about what you said. So my second time, said my real name.
Everybody know you're a fish. You too popular.
Not at all. Just from Jersey.
Yeah, kid.
From Jersey. So that's all. Not popular. Just me.
Oh, okay.
Yo, you saw that? You saw the the clip I sent you about the I don't think I ain't got the video about the club owner from Atlanta.
About the what?
The club owner from Atlanta. I take two girls home.
You sent it to my
you got end up in the hospital.
You put it in DMs, you said?
Yeah, it was early this week. It wasn't a video. I ain't found a video.
Oh, you should have sent them the link.
That video funny. That shit was funny.
Quincy.
All right, bro.
Yeah, it's my fault, Q. You should have sent them the link. I just saw what you put in my DM.
Before they try to play.
Oh, this is on World Star. What the hell? That's not even open no more. That's the craziest part about that. ATL club owner went from thinking he had a threesome to reevaluating life in a hospital bed after he befriended 2 female customers. Guess we gotta go to worldstar.com.
I got it.
Yeah, I ain't been on WorldStar in a minute.
Found it.
Oh my God, pop-ups. No, I do not want the WorldStar hoodie.
I sent it to you. Yeah, I sent another text message. I'm stuttering today.
So yeah. If your family's like mine, hey DJ,
They got ads.
Bring on the juice. Less sugar is more my style.
Yo, do you know how much I don't see ads in my life?
I jump on it. Dole Fruit Bowl Snacks. Fruit your way.
Y'all know I'm always keep y'all in the loop. If you know me, y'all know that R&B Wednesdays is for the ladies, and I always make sure all the ladies have a good time. If I ever see women at my bar buying drinks by themselves with no man, I normally will offer them extra drinks or offer them discounts on food or free hookah. You know, I just like to make sure everybody's enjoying themselves. So last night, I randomly ran into 2 females that was at the bar, and I saw them buying drinks. So I took some shots with them, and it was nothing too major. Wasn't trying to holler at them or anything like that. It's just I seen two young black women buying drinks on their own. So I added something onto what they had going on. So I go back to my section. I'm partying. I consistently walk around my club and text on tables. This is just something that I do. I'm always making sure that my servers are taking care of the people that I brought into my establishment. So I walk around the club, make sure everybody's okay. I want to go back to the bar, and young ladies still over there. I greet them again. You know, this time I joined into conversation with them. I asked them where they're from. They said Carolina. You know, I asked what part, you know, because I lived in Carolina for a little bit. So we have small chats, and then I get my bartender to give us another round of shots. So we take the shots, boom, I leave. I go back to my section. End of the night comes, we all in there, me and my homeboys, some females, we all just talking loud. We saying we about to go to an after hour. So the young ladies are still in there too. So they ask, they're like, hey, isn't that you right there? You know, we got the picture of me inside of the club. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Well, actually, I always people it ain't me because my mom put that up there. So I'll be like, nah, it ain't me. It ain't me. So anyways, like, y'all going somewhere after us? I'm like, yeah, we're going to an after hour. So they're like, oh, can we go? I'm like, yeah, that's cool. So all right, we're going to call our Uber. So I'm like, oh, well, we all about the mob down there. Y'all could just jump in with us. You know what I'm saying? We always does this. This is not nothing out the normal. This is just me being regular, kicking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, we jump in the car. We ride to the after hour. It's like 18 minutes away from the club. We get to after hour. We get some more bottles. We drink and we partying. The girls is mad cool, yo. I ain't trying to holler at them. They ain't too much really trying to holler at me. You know, they dancing on each other, being girls. So it gets to around like 5:20, 5:30 a.m. So now I'm like, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I tell the girls, I'm like, hey, look, y'all gonna call an Uber because we about to all get up out of here. So they're like, yeah, okay, bet. So when they call the Uber like 20 minutes away. So I'm like, well, in like a couple minutes, it's gonna drop down. So we wait like 8 more minutes. It ain't really dropped down too much. So at this time, it's like 5:30, 5:40 or something like that a.m. So I'm really burnt. Like, I'm drunk as hell, bro. Like, I'm like, nigga, if I stay here any longer, I'm not gonna be able to drive home. My crib only like 8 minutes up the street. So I'm like, look, y'all can call an Uber from my building, because I'm not taking them in my building because there's no need, you know what I'm saying? And I'm impressed because my building is so secure. You know, you can't get in, can't get on the elevator, you can't get in the building, you can't do nothing at my building. So I'm like, y'all can just drive me to the building and call an Uber for me. At least I'll be in my parking garage where I can goddamn go on upstairs, go to home. So we jumped in the whip. So they like, take a shot. I'm like, nah, I don't want no more liquor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm toasted. So it's a gas station on the corner. So I stop at the gas station, grab me a water and a Slim Jim. So, and a Sprite. I always do this. I always have a Sprite for the morning because I be feeling mad sick and I don't like ginger ale. So I got stop at the store. So I go in the store, I get that. Boom, I get back in the car. So they're like, how far is the house from here? So I'm like, it's like 3 minutes up the street. They're like, all right, bet. They're like, well, it's only a little bit left for liquor. We got to this last shack. We might not even see you no more, but we appreciate the hospitality and, you know, making sure we good, da, da, da. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Take the drink. I drive home. I made it to my house. It's the last thing I remember, y'all. I woke up at, I think, like 12:30 this afternoon. These girls done took both my Cubans. It's like $60K. Took 4 of my gold diamond rings, my pistol, and a couple thousand out of my pocket. I don't even remember what the fuck happened to them.
You got out your
but
car.
Now, I came to the hospital, and they're giving me IVs and all type of stuff to flush out my
bitches you old up
system from the drugs that was inside of me. I threw up a lot. I guess whatever it was eating the lining of my stomach, so a lot of blood came up with the throw up. Definitely doodle boy, definitely diarrhea, and just a real bad headache. So
there's still a lot of crack jokes about it, brother.
I would never in a million years would have thought that would have happened to me, for real. Like, never. And the drug that they gave me, if they would have gave me too much of it, I would have OD'd on it. You know what I'm saying? I could have OD'd. And these girls are stupid. Just dumb because they stupid as actually use their debit card in my club. They use their debit card in the club, so I have the transactions and I'm able to pull your name and everything from the bank. All your information. Then y'all caught an Uber to my club. We got you on surveillance getting out of the Uber, so I get the license plate from the car. Y'all also took an Uber from where we was at. They got cameras. So the detectives, the police got to get that information because I can't get that. But from my restaurant, I got you, bro. Like, and I say that to say, like, I really don't care what happened to y'all, but I know one thing. Y'all ass going to jail. Y'all niggas could have took me away from my motherfucking kids. For real. My son would have had to deal with watching his dad on Google or something saying his dad overdosed. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas just got to be more careful, more aware. And I'm always aware. But this time right here changes everything. Because I really don't remember nothing. Like, I don't remember anything after that. And for them to be able to get my chains off of me is crazy. But all that could be got back. I got insurance. Just happy that I'm still here. I got another day to see my kids. Cause that's really all that be mattering now to me. But
a couple of weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, Q, you mentioned taking two girls home that was acting as right. See? Let them bitches catch an Uber next time.
Don't tell the world my business, my boy.
You told us your business.
gonna bring it back up. But this came across my attention, and I wanted to put it maybe not because of that reason, but
Doc, only because they was acting crazy in a different way.
they were in a different way, and in many ways, just being in that environment can implicate me or anyone else's sticky shit. Definitely when, like you said, the owner of the club, like the owner, like remove yourself. Just remove yourself. I'm learning. I'm definitely learning.
I'm shocked that they ain't drop him in his club.
Yeah, just remove yourself. Like for me, introducing you. Once I introduce you during the daytime, I know you. Then I can hang out with you in certain hours. Like I guess because I'm a person of different stature, not different stature, but I'm a person of different.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been so nice. You found the Uber to my club, so you can find the Uber home. Bye.
Yeah. It's not my responsibility. It's my responsibility to make sure you have a great time here, getting home.
After once I took you to the after hour, I did too much.
Respectfully. And also getting back to this Halloween weekend and the viewers we have, be mindful of the people you're around. The people who give you drink. Friends too. Be mindful of your friends giving you drinks. So third person you guys will drink. You never know what's gonna happen. You never do not take a drink from anybody or blunt. Whether it's sativa or blunt. Anything from someone that you don't know what they did, where it comes from. Be mindful.
Factual. Alright, we're about to wrap it. Is
also like parents don't make sure your kids ain't eating candy that's open. Make sure y'all go to these candy bags. I don't got kids, but I understand it. Go to the candy bag, make sure your candy going to your kids.
I'll pick up some candy. For that reason, exactly. Ever since my kid was little, I've just been buying big bags of candy. They go trick or treating and get the experience. But I go through that, so they won't gotta go to so many houses. Then I only gotta check a little bit of candy.
You got teenagers, if you go to parties and everything.
My 13-year-old still want to go trick or treating.
God bless. I'm enjoying the heart. Because boy, I just went to a party at that.
This is my first year not having to take her. Last year was my first year not taking the boy.
Yeah, I ain't trying to let you just go to a party, about dressed up. Don't do nothing.
And tomorrow night we at Fusion 52 Madison Street. You feel me? Nightmare on Madison. Let's get it, ladies. Free with costume. All night, fellas. Free with costume till 10. You heard? Ladies without costume, $5 to 11 p.m. After it's 10. Fellas without costume, $10 all night. Karaoke games, jungle juice. Let's turn up. 30 plus free all night. You heard what he said. 30 plus.
And definitely, I'm giving you a bottle for ladies. I've been after the contest up at 9 o'clock. Ladies, whoever won by what happens. Feel me? It's gonna be a time clock. How many ladies give me apple out and come in time? You win. Simple as that. Bottle.
So this has been Rolling with Sativa. And the difference between the dreamer and the visionary, and the visionary and the dreamer.